Hi, today we are here with Mr. Byrne for Business Week, and I have just one question. Mr. Byrne, what is today's role of user reader in the new media industry and in the mainstream media, of course? And how do you encourage the most brilliant among them to engage the conversation and define its tone?
You respect them and you love them. Okay, today I think there's so much information out there and so much of it is commoditized that it's very important to engage the user and make the user feel like they're respected, they're admired, their opinion matters, and that you're listening to them. Because for one thing, they are actually creating content for you that you're actually selling to advertisers, right? Secondly, I actually think that the conversation that occurs around any given story is as important as the story itself. Because sometimes you have very knowledgeable people who weigh in about a given story and have a lot more to add than even a journalist can. And so one thing that online is, it's a total experience, right? In the old print world, you didn't really have that. You had the letters to the editor, and they were highly filtered, and there were very few of them, and there was no opportunity to have an ongoing dialogue between editor, a writer, and the audience. Online, you can do that, and you can make it a much more enriched and important experience. And if you really believe that that's important, you can differentiate what you do online against your competition, and that's really important.
Just another question. In your opinion, what's the future of printed media?
Boy, that is tough. I think that in America, many daily newspapers will be going out of business over the next 3 years.
They already are going.
Yes, we already saw in recent months the Denver Rocky Mountain News went out of business, the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, and almost in every case, when a newspaper goes out of business, and let's say there are 200 editorial employees, what happens is the online equivalent that may survive or may get created when a print product goes out of business, it goes from 200 to maybe 35 or 20 people. So there's a huge diminishment of editorial resources devoted to covering important things. I think that's bad for a democracy because when you have fewer journalists examining what's going on in government, there's going to be a lot more fraud, a lot more trouble. Now, the more specialized you are, the more unique you are, the more protected you are in print. And that's the big difference. So you got to do things that are unique, you got to do things that are special, you got to do things that other people aren't doing. I think you can survive. You also have to develop new business models. What newspapers have to do is become local Googles. If they become local Googles and they allow customers to meet up with local advertisers, they will survive. But no one's doing that yet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pleasure.